Stalin rushed to Petrograd. This is he just about 1917. He did not find many of his comrades in Petrograd because the majority were abroad. I mean, the majority of the leaders were abroad, and others were in prison or in exile. Actually, only Kamenev was with him in Petrograd, and he and Stalin found themselves at the leadership of the Bolshevik organization. They restarted Pravda and got in touch with Lenin. It was not easy for Kamenev and Stalin to find the line between the Soviet and the provisional government. They finally decided to support the Menshevik and Socialist Revolutionaries line, but Lenin was completely against this stand. He wrote to them that Bolsheviks should take power, and moreover that they should do it on their own without any alliances with other parties. Kamenev and Stalin were so perplexed by it that they edited out these Lenin's words from his articles to Pravda. Lenin knew that he had to return to Petrograd. So he made a deal with the German government which allowed him and several other revolutionaries to return to Russia through their territory in a sealed railway carriage. Lenin returned on the 3rd of March, and immediately, just having got off the train, he started a speech speaking about nationalization and the need to nationalize so that the factories and the banks and everything would belong to the people. The Bolsheviks did not agree with that at all. It seemed so far removed from the reality that this resolution offered by Lenin was not accepted by the Bolsheviks. Stalin, Kamenev, and Zinoviev all together spoke against it. But Lenin was persistent, and he knew how to impose his will. Stalin was soon swayed to his side, but Zinoviev and Kamenev remained unconvinced. This is Zinoviev in 1917. He was one of the very few people at the top of the Bolshevik Party who were close to Lenin and who could actually think that together with Lenin or after Lenin they could lead the Bolsheviks. What were Kamenev and Zinoviev thinking about when they discussed the possibility of an uprising? Okay, even if the Bolsheviks seize power, what would happen then? What would they do? They do not have enough cadres. What would happen if the civil war began? What would happen if the revolution in Europe did not happen? They suggested that the party should work through the Soviets and through the Constituent Assembly. Constituent Assembly was supposed to be an assembly which would develop a new constitution, a new order according to which the country would be governed. This was not an unrealistic plan because the Bolsheviks' influence in the Soviets was growing slowly but surely. But Lenin was not interested. He was thinking about the socialist revolution and the liberation of humanity, and he was absolutely sure that only his party in power, which came to power as a result of the insurrection, would bring this general happiness to humanity. Lenin was a very good speaker, and he spoke after his return often to the troops, to the army, and to the workers, and he spoke about the uprising.